Alright, for this next video, I've got the competition spring kit for Apex for the Smith&Wesson MMP line. I'm going to be doing this with a MMP Pro 40 core. Same process for any of the pros, whether it's a 9, 40, and even not just the pros, any of the M&P series pistols. So to start, I've already got my receiver stripped, barrel, spring out. What you want to do is you start here. There, you want to get a small punch. And you'll see a little plastic right here in front of your striker, next to your striker block, in front of your firing pin here. What you need to do is you have to push this forward. And what that does is it allows this whole plastic cup around your striker. Just push that in front of your striker, and then you can push your back plate out. And then what you need to do is then after that, you're going to need to push your striker block down so that it'll release your striker. And you'll notice that push back as it did that. And you can take the whole assembly out. So the next step, what they suggest, so that you can remove your striker spring, is to actually use your striker channel as a holder for your striker. Push back on your spring so that you can take this cup, plastic cup. I have a newer striker. If you have the older ones they say that are this kind of a black oxide, this is going to be a two-piece. And they say this one piece lends itself to being more robust if you do a lot of dry firing, and tends not to crack as the two-piece do. So you remove your spring, and you'll see your factory spring, and here's your competition spring. It's got several more coils. Looks like about 3 or 4 more coils. And you'll also notice on the end the 2 coils compressed together. So what you want to do now is to reassemble. The 2 coils are compressed together. You're going to want on the back side here of your striker, and you want to compress this back down again with your fingers and reinstall your cup. Let me retry that. As I press the cup on, it went flying across the workbench here. But you want to get your cup. As you can see, it's a really small piece. It's really hard to handle. You want to get your cup back in place with your 2 little plastic tabs toward the back. Release the tension back off of your striker. Remove. So now what we want to do is reassemble the striker assembly back in your upper. And what we want to do, of course, push the striker block again in. Hit our striker assembly forward. Seem to be having a little bit of trouble with it here. So let's get this back in. Push your striker block down in place. Not the smoothest operation here. And what you want to do is then, again, like we did earlier, you can push this forward, hold this with your punch, install your rear plate back in place. And your assembly's done. I'm going to kind of check to make sure It seems to be operating and there's no binding. And you'll also notice, to make sure that your striker is working, your striker block, that you cannot push it forward beyond your striker block here. You can see resistance. And your assembly is done. Then you reassemble your pistol and check functionality. This is the first of 3 springs in the kit. Going to show the other spring replacements as part of a trigger upgrades I'm going to do to this in later video.